Yo, what's happening? We back. America's Realest Podcast, Live Hip Hop Daily. D-Lo G is always in the building. And today we have Matt Tastic with us. Look, it's a multi-platinum producer, Grammy award-winning
engineer,
yes,
producer.
Let's get it.
You know what's going on, man.
You already know what the fuck going on. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for bringing me here today.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
So let's talk about like what inspired you to like just lock in to be Matt-tastic today. Like what did that take?
I mean,
tell us a brief story from like Mobile to the A. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go there. Yeah. All right. So I'll say it started out trumpet player. High school and mostly your early ages and everything.
Yeah, that's hard.
By the time I got to college, I met with two of my partners, and they were like music producers, but I didn't know they were like making music at the time. I just had to watch and see what was going on.
Was you in band in college?
Yeah, I was doing jazz band.
Okay. Yeah. Now
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm asking, it was something for sure. It was like off to the side. They were just like. Every lunch break, they'll go off to the side, start making beats and stuff like that. One day I just caught them, so I was just like, bro, what I got to do to like make beats like y'all? They literally just said, hey, yo, just go ahead and get your laptop. I used my refund check this quarter round. I used that, got me a laptop, and they went on ahead and put FL Studio on there.
That's hard.
That's hard.
I just started making beats from there.
Right
yeah. In the midst of all that, like I was making I started sending beats to my cousin. My cousin was going to the studio. So he brought me to the studio one day, and he met me with his best friend, which is like my mentor, which his name is Ron G. He taught me how to like engineer and everything and kind of like show me how to record.
Right.
So that's how I got the engineer side of that part.
Yeah, because that's important too.
It got to a point by the time I moved to Atlanta, probably in 2014, 2013, 2014, around that time, I went on ahead and like started putting the use to both of them, started doing like beat battles and stuff, started trying to get the name out there and everything. Yeah.
You feel like beat battles like...
That definitely did what it do.
I remember going with you to my first beat battle. You remember that? At the graveyard.
Yeah. Now, that was the one that was like, I ain't gonna lie to you, that's like really one of the stomping grounds. That was one of my real stomping grounds. Like a lot of people that actually remember like the beat battles that was there, and the ones that was like on Edgewood, and the one that was at Patchy Cafe at the time, man, them things was the ones that
put you in, like, kind of put some respect on your name.
That's really what it was. Like I ain't really care about the like how the beats was, because like at the day I knew for sure that my beats was rocking, but for me to showing you like the passion of it when it came down to my beats, that would let people actually know like, oh yeah, I gotta rock with him.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I was just talking about like the passion and the soul in music. You feel like Timbaland was speaking about it, and he feel like that's what's missing in today's music. Like, how you feel about that?
For sure. I feel like a lot of people don't really like know like about their like ancestors and everything. A lot of people just really just come in just like, hey, I seen this guy do it. So guess what? I'm gonna figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
We go through that every day. But guess what?
Sure.
Like,
I see speed runs. It's really like there's a science to it. You don't even have to listen to like the music on FL to know. You know what I'm saying? To just come out with a whole fire shit. If you can read equations and shit, you just do,
Bruh,
and then it'd be like,
I got like a producer partner. He go by the name of Rob. Man, you let's say you give him a timer, he'll probably make a beat in 8 seconds, 10 seconds. He'll time himself on some, but the thing about it is he ain't playing the beat until after I'm like, what? How the hell you even make that sound like that?
It's
like,
crazy.
Wait, 8 seconds?
Yeah, it's like 8 seconds. Like, bro, like he always be posting him like just literally just like, hey, I'm making a beat right now, 8 seconds. Don't even have to like listen to what the beat sound like or nothing. Don't even have to play it just to put on loop mode. I'm finna click.
Because I know what these patterns sound like.
Yeah.
These patterns sound like this, so I'm gonna put this pattern here, this pattern here.
I already know what this drum do, so I just kind of just put everything together there.
And it's just like a math shit.
Yeah, a math equation.
Connecting the dots, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, it gets to the point that it become like math formula or somewhat to people. You know what I mean?
And sometimes it be hard. Sometimes it like a little soul. You know what I'm saying? Or you could use, you know what I'm saying, it's a good base at least, probably.
Right.
I'm good at just getting like if I know that this, like if I know that if I place this gonna do this, then that's good. But other than that, if I like try to wing it and try to like make something and just think it's gonna sound right, can't do it at all. I gotta hear it.
You gotta hear it.
Yes. No, for sure.
For sure.
I gotta
like,
feel it.
At least just regular way, for real. I ain't finna experiment nothing.
So what's your routine when it comes to making a beat? Like, do you make a beat every day?
I mean, you got your days. You got your days that, you know, I make beats. Half of the times I don't make beats every day because I be having like I be hands on to a lot of other stuff. And like I said, like I can still be engineering outside of it. But do
you have days that you wake up that you just feel motivated? Like today I'm about to make a banger. Like I got this rhythm in my head. I'm about to go crazy.
It be days you know, I have them type of days.
Okay.
Most of the time I be like, I know for sure, like if I'm like in my head, I know for sure I want to connect with somebody or somewhat. Like I got a beat I know for sure I want to put together. Or majority of the time when it come down to me, I'm a more in studio person. So I'm gonna do everything I can like to connect the dots to get to the person. So like we can actually be able to be in the studio and actually play that beat. 9 times out of 10, most of my bangers came off of it that way for sure.
Okay.
So
just kind of like actually just knowing at the end of the day, oh yeah, this is the perfect artist for this beat type of thing.
So, what you saying that just reminded me, I had a flash of you in Central C in the same session. I am the biggest Central C fan in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Maybe America.
Bro, that was a crazy session. That was a crazy session.
So, like, you got to talk about that. I want to go back to how you connected with Lil Baby, too. But, like, just the fact that that's how, you know, just...
Yeah, that's how it came. Yeah. Well, when it came down to the Central C, like I said, overall, like I said, it was just one of them days out in Miami. It ended up Central C was out there with Wham and everything. I ended up flying in the same day too. Yeah, like I said, we like literally being in the studio, actually with him actually breaking down like when it come down to the UK terms and the UK lingo and everything, and kind of like putting Baby down on it. It was just kind of great. And then for Wham to actually like to heed and actually learning and actually put it in his verse, that was kind of a crazy one for sure.
Yeah. No, that's hard.
But like the whole time, like they both been direct. They were just both directing off each other though, for sure.
Yeah, I can see that.
You can
that's
tell
dope.
The energy of the song definitely feels like they.
The only problem I probably had was probably like when it came down to like, and you can kind of tell in the video like placing like certain parts in the song, cause like it'll get to a point that like it'll be a part in the song that I'll probably have done like further down the line that you probably didn't even notice, and they want to be in the beginning. So it's just like just trying to have it on point and everything.
I see what you're saying.
But other than that though, that was a great session. And on top of that too, I'm glad. Shout out to Central C too, cause I think that album actually went gold.
Yeah,
I mean, but on the way going platinum too, for sure.
It's still growing. It's still growing.
It was the beginning. He just started a tour like yesterday, I think. So
she's a real fan, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I about to say, I know for sure it's gonna be great. I know for sure you're ready for when you come to Atlanta.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. I gotta be there for that one though.
Yeah.
So I already know that's gonna be a turn show.
Yeah. Facts. So how was it working with Wham, with being like Lil Baby's in-house engineer, producer, whenever like, because I'm not saying that he's not right now, but at one point in time, it was undeniable that Lil Baby was the biggest artist, not only coming out of Atlanta, but in the rap scene. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Did you feel like it was a lot of pressure on you at the time?
It was no pressure.
It was no pressure?
It was at the time, it was just nothing but just going. It was just straight pressing gas. None of the problems actually come to, like, you know, most of the times when when you're leveling up and everything, and like getting to the point that you elevate in the game, you go through like, you go through a little rough patch at certain points, but at the end of the day, we just made sure we made sure that we both was on the same page at the end of the day, regardless. Like from every album, like from my turn, that was I ain't gonna lie to you, it was kind of funny because like from my turn on out, that was really the press run. Like we really were just on go mode. I remember it'd be days that we don't even go to sleep. We just literally just been up and just like, hey, just being in the studio, like to at least make about 2 or 3 songs and then call it a day, or let's just make 2 or 3 songs and make some more 2 or 3 songs. But yeah, I'm telling you, like, but his work ethic, deniable for sure.
Undeniable, yeah, for sure, man. Shout out to Wham for sure. Been holding it down for Atlanta for a long time. And man, with you know what I'm saying, couldn't have did it without you. Like,
yeah, like it's just crazy because like we actually met up when I was working at the Underground at one point in time. It was like at the time when the Underground was open, like the below part.
Right. And they still had their stores popping and shit.
I was working at the little clothing. Working at the little clothing store where they were like selling like fake Gucci clothes and stuff and everything else. You just have to make it how you shoot. I even told him at the end of the day, like, hey, you see the clothes here? You gonna like it, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Even though, hey, it's probably fake, but hey, it's gonna make it fit. You know what I mean? Right. It ain't hoochie. It ain't Gucci, but it works. So literally got down, sold that. In the midst of all of that, I guess it was the one day Wham came down. I guess he was going to drill or don't know what he was doing at the time, but I literally just called him, and I didn't know it was him. By the time he was coming back out and everything, I kind of just called him, like, yo, you Wham? I said, bro, let me get a picture real quick. Got a picture, but nobody even know after I took the picture who he was. So that was kind of dope.
Yeah,
what was crazy was literally down the line, I started working at this studio called Lighthouse Studios. And one day they were telling me that they needed an engineer for a special client. They ain't tell me who the special client was or nothing. I just literally had the studio set up and everything. Next thing happened, Wham pulled up in that thing. We realized we knew who we knew each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. So like that made it like cool, because when you think you would have been like a little bit nervous, or you just, it don't matter who it is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I was like, what up, baby?
What up, baby? You funny.
About to make this music.
No, for real. Like, but then, like, what's crazy is, like, over the time, this is how crazy, because over the time, we, like, it be the one picture that I always go back to. Sometimes I'll post it, like, on birthdays and stuff like that. But the reason from that picture, it means a lot, because, like, that was the first picture that I took with Wham, but I think that was his first fan picture.
Yeah, I feel you.
And people, because at that point in time, I wasn't like, I was literally like a fan of Baby. Like I'm still am now. But like at the time, I was really a fan of Baby. And when it came down to like the music, and like when I started engineering, every time when I did hear his music, I hear it from both standpoints, from me being the engineer and me being the fan also.
Right, for sure.
So that's how most of
it was like, your ear was tweaked for him.
Yeah, like I was already like, yeah, man, look, I'm on both sides of this shit. I'm like, bruh, I'm telling you, this one gonna go, that one gonna go. But it be times that he already know which one's gonna go, and I'm over here like, yep, that's gonna be a good
one. Which ones have you picked? Which ones you picked?
The one, I mean, no, like the only ones that we have, like I probably said, it was mostly like My Turn Deluxe. Cause when it came out of that one, I ain't really expected we were gonna do it My Turn Deluxe. We just end up being up at James Harden house for like probably a whole week, and literally just going through the tracks and everything, and then everybody, like, you got them times where you just vibe out and everything. We end up playing the tracks and everything, and I'm just watching the room as I'm vibing too, and you kind of just could like notice which ones is gonna be the ones that's gonna go.
So is it safe to say, like, was James Harden with like part of executive producing?
Oh yeah, I mean,
provided the atmosphere.
Yeah. Like when it came out, like if you actually go back on actually go back on the album, I think it actually says on there that that the album was done at James Harden's house.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll actually say it on there, like studio credit, James Harden.
Right. Yeah. Okay, that's dope.
No, that's hard.
That's dope. Well, shit. I was gonna say to close out. Is there any artists like that you've worked with, and well, I want to know like the list of artists that you work with and who you looking forward to working with.
Okay, so see, it's a list, but see, cause I don't want to forget no names, so I'm just gonna be like, just like off of the like probably top songs I've done, I'm just gonna go off of that. So, and probably say 5. So I'm gonna say Baby, Thug, Rod Wave, Tokyo Jets, see 1, 2, 3, 4, and Rollo Rodriguez. You can add No Cap too.
Okay.
That's 6.
Okay.
Trying to see if I can add 7. Fat Mac. I've been working with him out of Alabama. Yeah. If I forgot you, it ain't my fault.
Those is big names though.
Yeah, no, that's hard.
But do want to work with though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like to work with like some people who got really like. I've been working with some Southern blues artists, but when it come down to like I guess like hip hop, I've been like working with some people that really got the streets on lock. Right now, I've been listening to nothing but Baby Mel and ABGR LaCour. I've been listening to both of them. I like them. I make sure I'm definitely finna work with them soon. It's another artist I said I want to work with. I know for sure 1900 Rugrat. I fucks with him for sure.
Everybody fucking with 1900 Rugrat. I ain't gonna lie.
Both Fat Macs from Alabama, the Fat Mac from Montgomery and the one from Mobile. Definitely fuck with both of them boys.
That's funny as hell.
I know, it's crazy. I was over here like, bro, you fuck with Fat Mac? Hell yeah. Which one? I'll be like, what? But I fuck with both of them boys though, for sure. And but yeah, other than that, goddamn, I know for sure like anybody else for real. I know for sure anybody that be really wanted to work with me, wanted to work, I'm
it's gonna happen. Yeah, for sure.
What kind of producer you want to be remembered as?
All around. I don't want to be like stuck in the box for real. Like I make sure like even like I be having like little side missions on my own. Like people don't even know. Like I have to like branching over to like other genres. So it's just like they ain't gonna really hear about them until they really like pop off. But other than that, I just want to be known as an all around producer for sure.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Word. All right, let everybody know where to find you at so they can stay up to date on everything Matt-tastic.
You can follow me on Instagram, follow me on everything. You can follow me on Twitch too, because I be on Twitch with it. Matt-tastic Music, MattTazik MUzik. Google me.
Yeah, for sure. Facts.
Hey, I promise I never get to say that again, but hey. Look, the other day I saw that little thing. It said, bro, do your thing when you... Oh! I can say that now. I ain't even see that. I ain't even see none of that. I was like, oh, mama, Google me now, mama.
Google
That's
me.
dope.
Yep.
That's dope.
His interview gonna be there now too.
For sure.
Thank you for pulling up.
No, appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
No, appreciate y'all. Like I said, I ain't had an interview in a minute, but it's like I've been working on my like public speaking and everything. You know, half the time, I ain't gonna lie to you, I be like, God damn, I don't even know what the fuck to do. Goddamn, I be like, like that be my thing. Like, But this session right here, this probably was the best one for me.
Yeah, you did good, bro.
All love, for sure.
No doubt.
All right, America's Realest Podcast, we out.